Yes, people. Yes, we here. It's the London Derby, guys. I go by the name of Qualms, aka Technical Centre Backs. Look, North London Derby. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate the views. Really appreciate the subscribers. Follow me also. I don't know where I'm going to put it, either up here or there. Guna Qualms. Guna Qualms. I've changed it. I keep changing my name. I might as well be the P Diddy of Instagram, because I keep changing my name every so often. But I think it's good. I think it's alright. I like Guna Qualms. So where do I start? Obviously, I just wanted to look at some of the key battles that's going to probably happen tomorrow. First off, I've been looking at Harry Kane. This guy always loves to score against us, whether it be penalties or some stupid fluky goal from 30 yards out or something like that. But he is a threat. Harry Kane, he is a threat. He is Tottenham's main man. We need to make sure that we're on our game, especially the two centre-backs. So obviously, I'm looking at the battle between Harry Kane and David Luiz and maybe Sokratis. Now, the reason why I picked the two defenders is because the thing with Harry Kane, because I watch his game, I always watch his game. Very, very smart striker. As much as I hate him because he plays for Spurs, the guy is very smart when it comes to finishing and when it comes to finding space. And what I've found is that a lot of his goals, he always seems to like drift off of the last man, of the defender. So it's one of those ones, like, as a defender, you've always got to make sure look, every week I'm always doing this, and it's always around the same thing or similar thing. You always have to be aware. You always have to look over your shoulder, because Kane is very good at catching defenders off guard, in terms of 1 minute you're turning your shoulder or you're turning your head, looking over your shoulder, no one's there, and then boom. Obviously, he'll time his run on whoever's crossing the ball in or whoever's playing the ball in, whether it be Eriksen, whether it be Dele Alli, or Son, or Lamela, and all of a sudden, you turn your back or you turn your head and he's already gained like a couple of yards. So you have to make sure, David Luiz and Sokratis have to make sure that they are on their game. They're on their toes. No flat, they can't be caught flat-footed. He likes to sit in between the two centre-backs. Yeah, he likes to sit in between the two. He always finds his space, and then he'll run off of the man. The man that's behind him or the man that's in front of him, the centre-back, he'll run off their shoulder. And then the other centre-back, whether it be Luiz or Sokratis, they'll see it too late, and then boom, there's a goal. So we have to make sure that we're also like closing down the space, so there's not much space for him to manoeuvre in. Obviously now we have VAR, so that can come in handy, because there has been a few games, or there has been a few matches where, look, Spurs have caught life. Let's be honest, they have. They've caught life, and they always seem to manage to wiggle out of their way of certain decisions. So it'll be good that we have VAR as well to watch the game, because this is a very, very big game, North London Derby. It's about minimising the space. It's about letting him know as a striker that you're there. So for me, it's like, if I know I'm coming up against a striker like Harry Kane, who's very smart, I'm going to make sure I catch him off guard as well. So, you know, you have to make sure that you're reading the game. Maybe like the midfielder might have the ball, and that he can see as soon as he puts his head down, he's about to pass it into or fizz it into Harry Kane. That's when I need to apply my pressure and get right there, but beside him or even behind him. Let him know that I'm there. Either try and nick the ball. Me, I like to try and nick the ball just before they receive it, or I'll wait until he gets that first touch, whether you'll try and push it out to the left or to the right, and then I'll try and intercept it. So, you know, I just hope that Sokratis and Luiz are on it tomorrow, because they need to be fully concentrated. Look, he's an aerial threat as well. We have to make sure that we're marking. Last week I was talking about zonal marking. We need to make sure, for me, like I said, I respect Emre and that, but Gaffer, I'm man marking. I ain't even taking no chances. I'm going to get nice and close to him. I'm going to be following him. They might place some screens in, you know, like maybe Dele Alli or Davison Sanchez or whatever, some of the big boys, Sissoko, they might screen off, so then Harry Kane has enough space to run on and head the ball. So we have to be very aware of that. We have to try and minimise the crosses. Yeah, try and minimise the crosses as well, because you know how good he is in the air. And then this is the thing, like, I can say about Harry Kane, but then it's also, you got to look at Son. Son is very dangerous, because Son he's unpredictable. He's very quick. He's good on the ball, and he can finish, yeah? And, you know, I was watching some of the goals. I was watching back some of the goals from last season, and Son was I think more effective than Harry Kane towards the end of the season when it came to scoring goals. Like, when they needed someone, Son turned up a lot more than Harry Kane. I think maybe that was down to the injuries that Harry Kane got, but still, we have to make sure that we cannot allow this guy to run off of man, yeah? So David Luiz, I beg, please, don't let Son do what Salah done to you last week, where he managed, it was a one-on-one situation, he ran off of you and then he was in on goal. Because there's been a few times that's happened. I've seen Son do that last season. I don't want that to happen at the Emirates, and I'm sure it won't. Those are the two key ones, like Son and Kane. And obviously you got Lucas Moura. Moura is like this sub. He's like the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He always seems to come on and score. Score goals, important goals. So we have to make sure that, you know, someone's picking him up. And he likes to drift just in behind, maybe like Harry Kane and Son. So we have to make sure that we pick him up, whether that be Torreira or even Guendouzi. But it's a game where all form goes out of the window. All previous matches or whatever's going on in it doesn't matter. All that matters is that we get the 3 points. Yeah, there cannot be any mistakes, because if we do make a mistake, look, they're good enough to punish us. But like I said, I think with the home advantage, we have every right to win, and I think we'll prove that tomorrow. Just hope that we give them more to think about defensively than the other way around. Who else was I going to talk about? I think that's it. I mean, like, just obviously for Maitland-Niles, I don't know where Poch is going to put Son, but just for Maitland-Niles to be switched on. I don't know if Monreal, shout out to Monreal as well. He's left, he's going to Real Sociedad, but Emery might feature him in the game. Now, I know like they done the whole thing with Czech last season where he was going to Chelsea and he was leaving, so like he promised him that he'd play in the last game. But for me, I actually don't mind on Monreal playing in the last game, because he knows how important this game is. He knows what it takes to win. He knows what he'll need to do, and I'm sure he'll want to put in a great performance, you know, just to say his goodbyes properly to the Arsenal fan base. And it'll be amazing, absolutely amazing if he scores, if he plays well, if he's solid at left back, but also if he scores. So yeah, that's my thing anyways. That's what I really wanted to just talk about, just making sure that everyone is switched on, so the concentration is on point, reaction time as well, because Spurs are very good at breaking away on a counter attack, so we need to be aware of that. And being first to the ball, make sure that they feel, you know, they get one of them challenges. The first challenge is the most important one. That's what I've learned, or that's what I've always known. The first challenge, set the tone, let them know that you're there. And that's why I like having Torreira in the squad, because Torreira's the man that he'll go clean through. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll speak to you soon. Peace and love. Come on, you gooners. Come on!